What's up, everyone? This is Dre. Dre Trades on Instagram. Dre Trades on Twitter. This is Dre on YouTube talking about Amazon stock because I always talk about it, and it's finally going my way. Now, you know I always got to make sure I am live because I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not gonna sit here and be talking to myself and then do 40 minutes of talking and nobody there. Anyway, funny thing, you have to watch my video I posted the other day, and it was Wednesday, right? And we was looking at the Amazon options. And if you remember, I said, hey, look at the pricing on these options. 2 days away, and it was like the Amazon 2221. They was getting like $3, $250. And I was like, it's 200 points away, and it's only 2 days to go. The premium was elevated. And being that I positioned for that, so I didn't sell those calls to make the money. I just kind of positioned to where I was getting more delta on my spreads. More delta meaning more bang for my buck. Meaning for every dollar the stock moves, I'm going to gain a buck for the most part. But, it's kind of like that. So it was just amazing how the options told me that this thing was going to run because I couldn't believe it. If you look at Amazon forever, well, not forever, but look at it now. This is the weekly. Well, let's pull up the daily. You got to get a better picture. See, it's just been doing nothing, right? It's just been doing absolutely nothing. Small moves, dwindling down. The market was ripping for 3 days. You couldn't tell that here. Well, actually, it was right here. You couldn't tell that here. It was doing nothing. But I pulled up the option chain, and I was just like, wow, these things getting so much premium. It's like, how do they know? So the reason why it wasn't running, we found out that, Jeff Bezos has been selling a whole shitload of shares, right? Billions of dollars worth, and supposedly to go fund his space. What does he do? Let me see. Elon Musk is SpaceX and Blue Origin, right? To fund his rocket ship program, his space program. And isn't that nice? Pull out $1 billion worth of stock and, fly, spaceships and whatnot. It's just unbelievable. We're worried about paying our next bill. Where's the light bill? Where's the phone bill? This guy's like, all right, bills. I'm flying to Mars next week. Unbelievable. Money changes everything. It can change your life. You'll still have drama, but you got a new life because you're just in a new class. We don't even think about going to space. When you have money, you can think about going to space and building your own rocket ship to do it. It's just funny. Okay, I digress. So what's going on? I posted in the comments and I said, what are you trading? Right? What are you guys trading? Yeah. Okay. So Amazon, I was losing money. I was losing a lot of money. By the way, I'm live on Periscope checking that out today. So I'm looking that way. Should look this way because that's the way I'm looking most of the time. And I gained it back today. Yeah, I posted it on YouTube story, so go check it out. And then I was in the Tesla. I made actually the trade would have came in now. I sold the 760, 755 put spread yesterday. I sold about 10 of them. Okay, if it would have been, I think I sold them for $240. So if it would have closed above 760, I would have made $2,400 because I get to keep that credit. I sold it for $240, sold 10 of them. That's $2,400. Now that was a 5-point wide spread. So 260 is the other half. If it would have went the other way, I would have been down $2,600, right? So if it would have closed below the 755, I thought I was a genius at first. Is this the hourly? Because I sold it right here, and we got the big. Oh, where are we? No. Yeah, let's pull in here. We got to get even closer. I sold it right here. Okay, this was yesterday. Yeah, right here somewhere. And wait a minute, is this the day before 5, 6, 7? No, okay, here. I sold it here. Let me pull up the 5 minutes. Sorry, forgive me. Live video, live video. I sold it like right here. Here we go, right in this dip. And then it rocketed up. You know, it's like, yes, that's going to be in the money, you know. And then it's been down ever since. And I was like, oh, man. And it closed. Oh, where did it close? 7. It closed below my spread. So I was like, Tesla, please have a ripping day. So this thing ripped this morning. And right at the top, I got it back. I just got it for an even loss. Even, you know. So, and it's been going sideways ever since. I think Tesla, the volatility is coming out of this stock. You see it's just going sideways. I do think it's going to go higher again. Look at that. So it's squeezing. It's going to be like a volatility squeeze happening pretty soon, because whatever way it decides to break from this, either up or down, it's going to rip. And I think it's going to be back to the upside. Yes, that's just my feeling. So I might place a trade on that, but I'm going to be sticking with Amazon. I decided I'm not going to sell puts against the market. Are we at 2,095? I'm not going to sell puts against the market. I lost money going against the market, and we could show you that. We could pull up the SPY and pull up the daily, and hopefully you guys made money. So look at this is an index of 500 stocks. 500 stocks. And it looks like a penny stock. Look at this, the gap. Up, gap. But like I said, was fishy. You know, I had said something stupid the other day. It gaps overnight. Of course it's going to gap overnight. Meaning, when we gap, the stock wasn't moving much in the daytime, right? On normal trading hours. The move always happened after hours. And then once the market opened, didn't move at all. And then the move happened after hours. Once the market opened, didn't move at all. So the market accepted the moves, didn't sell it off. And today, and you know, we got the coronavirus. I always think of the beer. We got the coronavirus going on, and all of the fears, all the worries. We don't know where that's gonna go, right? Dynamic situation could change every day. We could turn on the news, find out 1,000 people died, and another 10,000 people's got it. We forgot to count those. Oh yeah, I have a feeling that's what China's actually gonna say. Oh, we forgot to count those people. Yeah, we lost that paperwork or whatever. And the market just ripped higher than it ever ripped before. It took this 600 down day and chewed it up and spit it out like garbage. Like a loogie. Just spit it out. Boom, 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 boom. So many people got short here. And this reversal was insane with the things going on in the world. China slowed down. I actually do still think China's going to bring the whole world into a recession. But it goes to show you. All right, so today we had the monstrous job report. Let me pull up my CFD. You can see right now the Dow is down 175, 581. It's the jobs report on here where we was up, I think 225,000 jobs were created. I don't see it right as a headline. And then the market goes down. Now, I don't necessarily expect it to go up because it already went up, right? It just totally was ripping. But you get good news. Put it this way. It was ripping in the bad news. You get the good news, and it's a sell-off. It makes me want to think. Okay, here's the deal. The market doesn't care about no coronavirus. All it cares about is liquidity. The Fed, QE4, right? Quantitative easing 4. Just liquidity, because China was putting liquidity in. The Fed's still kind of infusing, what is that, the repo market. That's all it cares about. And I think it's selling off today because that employment number is hard. You know what they're thinking? Oh, man, it's not going to be a rate cut. No, it's not going to be a rate cut. And, that's what they're thinking, I think. So the market's down because they thought, we might see another rate cut. We might see more added liquidity thrown out there. QE5 or whatever, 4.1. And It's not going to happen. Not with these. We had two back-to-back, over 200,000 jobs reported, created. I don't think it's going to happen. So I think that's what the market's actually worried about. It's just that. That's what the market's trading on. That only. So we know we had the 600-point downdraft. And then right here on Monday, we know China pumped in $271 billion, I think it was, into the system. The next day, they pumped another $81 billion into the system, right? And it's just boom, boom. And I think that's what it is. Maybe the money's coming right here. They might just be buying stocks. They was buying Tesla. Notice Tesla was going through the roof at the same time. Okay. Liquidity not being pumped in like that. And now we kind of going down. So I just, here's the virus. This bar, just consider this bar the virus. And yeah, just no virus. Just look at this, just steps. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And you can see, just look at that. That is insane. That is insane. But we're kind of right here at the double top. And if I were to, let me clear all these lines out of here. We right here, right? Kind of, let's call that the double top, and we're kind of going sideways. It does. I take all the news aside. I take this. To me, it does look like it could still go a little higher. That's just me. I know. But if I put some common sense into it, no, it ain't going higher. I mean, if you look at this run right here, I mean, look, the RSI didn't even break 70. It was at 64. I mean, it didn't even break like over here. And, we're down, but not by much, 0.20. Let's look at the VIX. And we have the VIX is down a penny, so it's still elevated though. The VIX, let's pull up 15 minutes. It hasn't been, I got a little, let me clear all the drawings out of here too. Yeah, it hasn't been doing much the last 1, 2, 3, 4, just kind of slowly going down. The market, and I complained about this in my last video, the market's up 1,000 points in a week, and the VIX is really doing nothing. It's just going side. It's waiting for the next shoe to drop. And I do think that shoe probably, I don't think it'll be China. I don't think it'll be the coronavirus. I think it's going to be the effects from the coronavirus. They're going to finally realize that without China's economy and them buying stuff over there and creating, making stuff and just trading and selling, and they're going to that slowdown they have is going to catch up to us and our companies. And then it's going to be like, oh no. Las Vegas Sands, I think the Macau casinos are closed. They're losing $2 million a day. So if things are closed like that for 30 days, that would be 60 million. 2 months, that was at 30 days, 60 days, 180 million. I mean, it could be significant. It's just significant stuff. That's just one company. You got Yum China, you got Starbucks, you got McDonald's closed, you got Disney, you got the manufacturing lines and stuff like for Apple and things like that. So was it Foxconn? You got a lot of things going. I mean, they make half our stuff. So it's got to affect us. It just didn't happen yet. So I think that's the next shoe to drop. Once that becomes reality and they realize, then we'll see what happens. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end it. To sum up this video, I love my stock. I'm talking about it all the time, and I'm very happy at this move. I think that it's going a lot higher. This consolidation, you're like, oh, this is the weekly. And Amazon didn't do nothing in years, year and a half right here. Nothing. This little channel right here. I'm going to exclude that little dip, right? It's been in this channel right here. We'll say that's an outlier right there. Just up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's breaking through. If it closes here on the week, it's going to have a Tesla kind of move. Not straight up, not straight crazy like Tesla, but it's going to be going up for a little bit and establishing new highs. There's no resistance. No more resistance now. That's why it's good, new highs. It's good to trade. Would you rather trade stocks making new lows You rather look through the new low list or the new high list. Some people like the new. I like the new high list. You know why? Because new highs beget new highs. What is it? Highs. I can't think of the word. New highs continue to make new highs. New lows continue to make new lows. Yeah, you might catch the bottom, but if I buy Amazon today, right now at 2,091, most likely it's gonna be 3,000, 2,100, and so above. If I were to get a new low, let's look at 3M. Yeah, see, I knew that I was making lows. You buy this at 161, it's probably a better chance it's going down to 151. Look, because everybody that was trying it out, it didn't work. Lows begets, that's what I was looking for. Lows begets new lows. Highs begets new highs. So it's going to take a while for this ship to turn around. And, this is a good stock. I mean, it used to be, I think they still a Dow stock. I mean, this is like a staple, not like a consumer staple, but a staple in your portfolio. You own 3M and be proud. I own 3M. Right? Pays a good dividend. At least it did. Yeah, 3.65. So, it's something to look at, though. I mean, could accumulate this stock. It'll turn around. Look at the MACDs. That's actually kind of coming up here, right? So it'll turn around. Anyway, so there you go. You got a little bonus. Me talking some 3M. I was hoping you guys get on. I think I have a problem with my notifications, so I'm sorry about that. Because as soon as this video is over, everybody's going to be reviewing it. I don't know what's going on. Ever since I messed up my little YouTube settings, the whole thing is messed up. So anyway, I want to get your participation because I want to talk about what you're trading, right? With you guys commenting, I get content. I can just kind of talk off the top of the dome. See, I only can tell you what I'm trading. And the only thing, Google. I'll talk about Google real quick because this is another stock that's breaking out. And you look at it like, oh my gosh, look how high it is. But at the same time, see that little gray box I drew? That's 2 years. It was doing nothing for 2 years. Nothing. And now it finally broke out of that box and you're going to have a stretch up. I always like to say like a stock like Starbucks because Starbucks did the same thing. This was my first stock video on YouTube. And you see, I still got that range higher. You see, this was 4 years. The video is titled "My Best Stock Pick Ever" or something like that, and I called it somewhere right around here, and I said this thing is gonna go up for years. Anyway, so it broke out, and then look what it did. The breakout was at 62. It went up to 99. It was almost a double. So picture now that's a longer consolidation. So picture Amazon, basically it's kind of doing the same thing. This is just a year and a half though, so it won't be that drastic. And Google will be a little bit more drastic because that's 2 years, right? The longer that consolidation, that volatility squeeze, it's expanding now. So it's gonna run for a little bit, and so I'm in it. I sold some put spreads on here. Like I think the 1475s, 1470s, and I got a call spread. I think the 1470 to 1500 going out of I don't know 40 days, something like that. And yeah, so I'm in it. I wish I was in Amazon because when Amazon starts to move, it runs. That's why I trade this stock. It either runs or it don't. So it's starting to run. If we can close and keep this momentum, I mean, it's up 2%, and I couldn't find any news. I was searching all over. Oh, besides Jeff Bezos, he's not selling any more shares. He was probably the one that hold it down. I guess he's finished his sales. But when this is down, I mean, up 2.12%, $43, when the SPY, or I got the SPX up, is down 8 points, is down 0.25%. That's telling you something. Can you imagine if it was like a 200-point Dow day? This thing would be up hundreds. So let's keep that in mind. Maybe the Tesla money's coming over. Tesla's getting a little weak. Maybe I guess some of the other hot stocks, I can't even think of them because I was in the wrong one. I was in Amazon when everything else was running. I was so mad, but I was just patient, selling my spreads and doing my DAX, selling those call spreads, and and now it's kind of paid off. So I wish I can get more. I want to get longer. Yeah. I want greed. I want to get longer, but I'm out of buying power, man. All my buying power is used up. I'm about as long as you gonna get. So I'm gonna, but it's good. It's safe positions. Like, I'm not. I just wish I had a whole bunch of calls. Man, I was on StockTwits and watching this guy post, I made 10,000. That's what it'll do. Like, Tesla, that run Tesla had, that made millionaires. If you was able to, but I don't think it was a lot because nobody wrote it up. Because if you woke up and you had a bunch of calls and it was up 120, you're selling those calls. It'd be irresponsible not to. So, if you would have run it up from the bottom and up, you'd be a millionaire. So that's what I lost my concentration. Life like eyes in the house. That's my girl. She says, "Hey babe, hey, how you doing?" So that's it, man. Yeah. So go ahead and post in the comments of your trades, and we could talk about it in the next video because I'm on here almost every day. Almost every day I'm on here. Checking out Twitter. What is this? Periscope. See who's up in here. Somebody's in there. I'm not good with Periscope. Periscope, if you're still watching, check me out on YouTube. This is Dre on YouTube. All right, that was my promotion. Commercial break, I'm back. Anyway, so happy Friday, happy weekend. Let's see where this goes. I think the sell-off is coming still. Well, I said the market's going up. If you just cut the news. If you look at and I thought this was a, what's that pattern? I did a video on it, the megaphone pattern. Not what I'm drawing now, but same thing happened. The market hasn't really done nothing in years, and it's finally getting some traction. But see, you got the breakout, and I think that, let me pull out a weekly. See, you got that breakout. I do think we check back. That's what I think. How far is that check back? Let me see. Oh, it is 10%. So if we come back, check back, and then take off. So I'm going to say anywhere between a 5 and 10% correction, but it's definitely a buyable one. So if we get that pullback, hopefully it should be off to the races. Then we washed out the weekends and we can just go. People want to feel that come. It feels good because you just know stocks, it just didn't go straight up to the moon. Because if it did, it's gonna be like a Tesla. It's just gonna come crashing down. You don't want it to just be going straight up 200, 300, 400 points a day. Nobody wants that, right? So we need these pullbacks. We need these checkbacks. Anyway, I'm making this video long. All right, so thanks for watching, man. Yeah, I like Amazon. I'm still going to be in it until it's not. When it's done running? When it's done running. When it just has a day like it's either down or just flat, it's kind of done. Because it either runs or it don't. And that's how I see it. All right, so thanks for watching. I'm Dre. You guys have a good weekend. You can hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Dre Trades. YouTube at This Is Dre. That's where I'm at. And I'll talk to you guys on Monday. Happy trading. Peace.